Yeah, I think the actual injury, according to the game, was a compound fracture in your leg. So, if you don't know what a compound fracture is, I will let you know that in case you didn't pay attention in your health and biology classes, your bones belong on the inside. A compound fracture is when that isn't the case. When your bones end up outside your body, that is a compound fracture. So understand that was not a minor injury that Urs took because of that DFA. That's the way to approach it. Alright, so Yang says we need some repairs in the mech bay. We didn't lose any important parts on the Disco Inferno, we just need to repair it for the internal damage. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. We did rebuild this Hunchback, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in storage so that we're not paying out of pocket to keep it up and running. I don't know about this Irby. I think we pack it up. And we could pack up the Commando as well. Like, I like a Commando, and I know Wolfbane's is really good in the Commando. But I just, like, we've already got the insane close-range light mech in the Disco Inferno. I don't think we need another one in the Commando. Like, I know it's a custom variant, so I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I'm also not really gonna use it. Oh, you're right. Yep, battle armor is probably also damaged. Yep. Because anytime the battle armor takes the field, it is basically guaranteed to get damaged. But that's okay. Thankfully, it's a cheap and fast fix. Yeah, exactly, Ernst. That's when your shin is supposed to be on the inside, but it's on the outside. Alright, so that's all the repairs taken care of. As a matter of fact, let's check the vehicle bay. I think because we have a good hover tank in the LTV, it wouldn't be a bad idea to pack up the galleon, again, just so that we're not paying out of pocket. And because the vehicles get repaired for free after every mission, I think it might be time to pack up the APC as well. Because at this point, we're basically down to 3 vehicles on the field, and the rest of our lance is mechs. Well, Urs, you might have been gone away from the computer when I said it, but I did make a commitment to chat that if we get the event to give you the bionic limb, before you're healed and out of the med bay, I will pay the million C-bills to make that happen. In the meantime, speaking of, let's hit the storage bin and get rid of some of those parts so that we will be in a good spot financially. And if you look, we have, for the very first time in the history of this campaign, we have passed the 6 million C-bill mark. Which doesn't make us rich, but it certainly makes us the richest that we have been during this campaign. I think that's all I want to sell this go around. Nah, I think we'll sell these two. Again, not much use for more hunchbacks. We've already got one that we're using, and we've got one in storage. So not a whole reason to build, not a lot of reason to build up a third one. And actually, if we sold the galleon, how much would we get for it? Only 62k. I think it's worth keeping. What about the APC? We sold the APC, even less money. Okay, well, we'll hang on to them then. So yeah, if that's all we're gonna get, then I will just hang on to those vehicles, because we could potentially use them sometime down the line. But yeah, so we are now sitting at 7.1 million sea bills. Again, this is the most money that we have ever had in the history of this campaign so far. So we'll go ahead and fast forward, get through all of the repairs. And we've got a financial report in about 3 weeks. So I say we just go ahead and fast forward, get our people back on their feet. That might also give the shop time to turn over, and we may finally be able to get our hands on that Arrow 4. So what are we looking at? Unauthorized mech use. You wake up to an urgent summons from Yang. Remember how I told you I've been on the lookout since someone seems to mess around with that LTV after lights out? Y'all thought I was crazy. Well, I will be mocked no longer. I got a motion sensor tripping in the mech bay right now. Get over here so we can confront them. You rub the sleep from your eyes, put on your uniform, and rush to the mech bay. This will be settled one way or another. It's kind of weird because we just bought the LTV. When you arrive, you spot Yang peeking in. It's almost like someone is trying to dance in that LTV. It's not even half bad. Did you see the torque on that pirouette? What? The guy with a robot leg is talking about pirouettes? Puzzled, you watch on until the pilot gets out. It was Cook all along. Who the hell is Cook? Oh, okay. Wait a minute, I remember this person came up during the cat mission. When we first found the cats. The cook was like, because I remember even looking at her, I was like, wait, now the cook has a name? Because the cook was the one that was feeding the cats. I mean, so here's the options, right? This is effectively the hire the pilot. This is save the children or burn down the orphanage. Those are effectively the choices here. But even so, I'm a decent human being. I'm not going to get rid of somebody and admonish them just because they're dancing. Of course, we're going to hire them. As you clear your throat, Florence grows beet red, silently awaiting your judgment. You know, I've seen a lot of new mech warriors move a lot less graceful than you. Have you considered a career switch? Rambling, the relieved cook responds, thank you for the opportunity. I'd love that. Is that even an option? Isn't there a military exam, and don't I have any experience firing a weapon? I mean, obviously, imagine doing that in here. My friends call me Floppy. Do you think it's a good call sign? A pilot, huh? You won't regret it. You interrupt your new pilot. We're a mercenary outfit, Florence. There's no license brought here. Besides, we still have some other pilots who can't hit the broadside of a barn. This is true. You can learn in the simulators. Go on and move your stuff to Alpha Pod. Oh, and please, no more unsupervised experimenting. Okay. So apparently we got a free pilot out of the deal. And their name is Floppy. You guys. Floppy also has cats. Floppy also has cats, you guys. Alright. Good call. Good call. Well, see, now you're just spoiling it, AFP. But good to know. Good to know it wasn't a waste of time. Kinda crazy to think that that all started with cat pictures. So here's a little personal philosophy of mine. And you may have heard it elsewhere. I've heard it elsewhere before. And this relates directly to the event because that's the whole point is here's this lady that was dancing inside a tank. There are two things that you should never ever shame people for. That is singing and dancing. Because those are expressions of joy, and if you try to shame someone for expressing joy, then you are an asshole. It doesn't matter if they're any good at it or not. What matters is if someone is happy enough to sing or dance, you let them sing or dance. But that's just my own personal outlook on the matter. Alright, so with the event out of the way, let's go ahead and continue to fast forward at least until we can get some more of our pilots back on the field and out of medbay. Oh, well here it is. Stand on ceremony. It appears the love for cats shared between Wolfbanes and Floppy has blossomed into so much more. Shyly, the two approach you, asking to authorize some time off duty so they can explore and formalize certain matters. Best to let them get it out of their system. Give them a week. Would a week be enough? Better give them a month. On second thought, there will be no fraternization within your company. I mean, I'm not gonna tell them not to bump uglies or have a relationship. I mean, these people are gonna be out here getting shot at for a living. Who am I to tell them what they can and can't do, right? So the question is, do I give them a week? Do I give them a month? I mean, honestly, I think I'm a big old softy. I think I give him a month. Yeah, I mean, I use Wolf a bit, but he's not one of our primary pilots, so I'll give him a month. There's not enough time to get to shore and back, but young couples will always find little nooks to hide in. Their giggles and affection is pleasing to most. Love is possible even on the frontier. It's inspiring, really. After a few weeks, they get inspired to perform a ceremony and everything, formalizing this was probably a good idea. You're not sure if they're gonna make it out here, but their spirits seem high, and the rest of the crew enjoys the good times while they last. The crew does grumble about having to pick up the slack while Wolfbanes and Floppy are getting a month off. So for the next 300 days, they get, so basically for the next 10 months, they get high spirits. They will be unavailable for a month. But there you go. So apparently, they have decided to tie the knot. That's cute. I was not expecting all of that to come out of cat pictures. Overall morale increased just because, you know, the happy couple. So everybody's like, oh, well, that's good. Tell me, Chet. And you can be mad at me after I make this joke. But do you think that love can bloom, even on a battlefield? Go ahead, you can boo me now if you want. I regret nothing. Love is indeed a battlefield. In fact, so much so, they wrote a song about it. What do you mean, did I read the... Ernst, I was there when Circle A drew the damn comics. You think I've been in the BPL for as long as I have and I didn't spend my time on TG? I was fucking there. Do not recite the old magics to me, witch. I was there when they were written. But to answer your question, yes. Yes. Alright, let's see. It looks like the missions have, in fact, rolled over. Oh, no, wait. No, they haven't, because Star-Crossed Lovers was one of the ones that we were looking at before. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to do an ambush convoy, but I really like 19 salvage. I mean, to be fair, Cody, I never said I was young. I will say I am older than my voice leads most people to believe. Contested will, capture base. I mean, the last capture base wasn't too bad, but that one was also a cakewalk, so... Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Backyard is a hell yeah, do that mission. No, no, absolutely not. I hate ambush convoy. I hate convoy missions. So, like, I understand where you guys are coming from. I get that the salvage and the loot that you can get from convoy missions is really good. It's just, in my experience, like, every time I try to do a convoy mission, they always get away. You know what? Fuck it. If you guys are gonna... If you want it that bad, we will do it. We will do it. We're gonna do the mission. Where did my other mech go? Oh, that was the one that, that was the one that they forced us to take last time around. Oh, that's right. Erst is still out. Okay, well, we can't have that. We can't be having that. So we're gonna have to wait this one out at least a little bit longer. So we'll hit the financial report. We'll get 6 more days. Well, you see, the thing, Richard, about age is a gentleman never asks and a lady never tells. And interestingly enough, I'm not as worried about my age as most women, so... I don't think we dodged the convoy mission. It's probably still here, unless... Oh no, yep. Well, there you go. Everything rolled over. Okay, well, if there's another convoy mission here, it looks like there is pretty much exactly the same mission. It says it's a 3 skull, but just looking at the price... then again, though, last mech standing... Oh, I thought that was a duel. Never mind. I mean, it's basically the same missions. Not that I'm complaining. Okay. I told you we'd do the ambush convoy. We'll do the ambush convoy. And it's against pirates, even. But mostly I just wanted to get Erst back because not having Erst could be a problem. We kind of need... We're gonna need the Disco Inferno if we're gonna be chasing down a convoy. Unfortunately, I don't think we have a pilot for a grasshopper. Because the 2 pilots that we could have potentially put into mechs are currently out for 30 days. And I just packed up the frickin' vehicles that we could have filled in that slot with. Son of a bitch. I mean, I guess we just don't take the extra mech? Or do we go buy a scab? I mean, we could go hire somebody off the board and then just dismiss them once Wolfbanes and Floppy come back. I kind of feel bad doing that, though. Let's see. Let's see. So it looks like we're finally at a point where we can hire more experienced pilots. Holy crap, this dude is Tactics 9. If we respect this dude, he'd be really good.
Ready for orders.
We got Swamp.
Receiving you.
Silverback. Okay, we're definitely gonna hire a rookie pilot, not an experienced one. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I kind of want to hire Voltage because they've got really good stats, and even though their skills are kind of not great, like, we could just pay the 500k to respec them and then completely redo their skills. So that part I'm not especially worried about. But I also aren't, like, I'm not necessarily going to keep this pilot. I just need somebody to fill in until our other two pilots come back from their, I don't know, marriage or whatever it is that they're doing. And then once they're back, I was planning to get rid of this guy, but... Alright, Sierra. Well, glad to see you. Glad you could hang out. Sorry you didn't get to stay for the whole stream, but as always, it's good to see you.
Commander.
Decisions. Well, okay, first off, I just want to ask, before I hire anybody, is there anybody that wants to cash in on the 5k to get their name in the game? Or, alternately, if you have a Founder's Badge and you're not already in the game, would you like to be? Alright, well, here's what I'll do. And like I said, for both you, Rex, and Graveline, if you got the Founder's Badge because you were one of the first ones in, I will waive your fee the first time. So if you want to be in the game, I will hire one pilot and we will rename one pilot. So if we're going to hire a pilot and we're actually going to hang on to you, then I'm going to hire Voltage and we will respec Voltage.
New mech warriors available.
So that way we don't have to spend all the time leveling them up. And thankfully we do happen to have quite a bit of money right now, so if we were ever going to spend money to respec pilots, now would be the time to do it. Well, shit. Okay, well apparently we don't have the upgrade that we need to do that. I forgot you need the training module too before you can respec. Thankfully, we don't currently have a project active, and this one isn't very expensive.
Roger that, Commander.
However, it will still be 15 days. Is that before or after we hit the next financial report? Alright, we're gonna do it. God damn it. Meeting Archangel. He had been gathering supplies planetside, but has spent the last hour trying to find Yang. The sound of cheers and pounding metal draws you to the edge of town, where a pair of haphazardly repaired industrial mechs beat on each other. Yang calls you over. Sorry I wandered off, boss. I heard a guy on the market bragging about this agromech fight club. I had to see it for myself. One of the mechs is in notably better condition than the other, but the second clearly has the better, or possibly drunker, pilot. The shinier mech finally falls, and a small group of winning bettors collect from the bookie. Yang suggests to the junkier mech as the cockpit opens. You have to meet this pilot. He said any agromech can be made combat ready if you're not afraid of the challenge. What do you say? Shall we buy the victor a drink? I mean, sure, the dude won a fight. I'll buy him a drink. Oh, well, apparently, then now he's available in the hiring hall. Well, shit. I wasn't planning on hiring a whole platoon. Oh, he's one of the Kickstarter pilots. Oh, poop. I kinda said I wasn't gonna bring these guys in. But this is an event pilot. Damn it. Oh, welcome back, H-Mods. Hopefully the sushi was good. But look at how expensive he is, though. Like, the other dude that we just hired has higher skills, and what does this guy got going for him? What are his little skills? He doesn't have any skills. Archangel, buddy, no. Absolutely not. I just hired somebody else. That reminds me, we still gotta wait another couple of days.
That work order's complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
So, normally I would too, H-Mods, but one of the conditions that I set for this campaign was to have no Ronin or Kickstarter pilots show up, and I have them all turned off, and that's intentional to make the game a little more challenging, because I know that the Kickstarter and custom content pilots and stuff often have really good skills. And so, like, I've taken Wolfbanes and Floppy because they were part of an event chain that I happen to like and think was very cute. But as far as the other one, like, in keeping with the theme, I don't want to hire the guy because I know the Kickstarter pilots are good, and that's specifically why I didn't want to use them. Because I like pain and suffering as long as it's my own. But now that we finally get the training module complete, we can go down here and we can respec voltage. And we'll be able to bring them back up again. So, that begs the question. So here we go. Because Rex and who was the other one? It was Rex and who else? Let me scroll up in chat. It was Rex and Graveline. Okay. You guys were the ones that wanted in. So here's the thing. Who's the thing? Don't say anything in chat, you two, until I say go, and then the first person that says something in chat, I'm gonna give it to them. So, when I count to 3, the first of you two that says something in chat will get to be this guy. And then I'll rename one of the existing characters for the other one. 1, 2, 3, go. God damn it, Rex, that's not how this works. Bland-Aid, to that response, I have to respond, Lale Nulela. And also, welcome to the stream. No. Rex, that's not how this works. Now, in this case, H-Mods, that was... So I have a 5K redeem for anybody to get their name in the game. We only just got affiliate, so most people don't have that many points yet. However, I have made an exception for the folks that have the Founders Badge because they were here first. I'm not making them pay the 5K. So Rex is in, but we need to respec. Let's see. Who is my least favorite pilot? currently. That's not fair. Who is the pilot that I use the least that we can name after Gravelion so that they can get some screen time? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any creative projects that I can do that with HMOD, so this was my way of like, hey, if you want to come and take part in my bad decision-making and potentially get yourself blown up on stream, then by all means, come on in. Bland-Aid, this is vanilla BTA. So if you're familiar with BTA, as a matter of fact, I have a thing. And I'm pretty sure you guys can do it too, but it's !BTA, if you're curious. I even have a link to the mod and wiki, so if you don't know about it and you wanted to check it out, there you go. And I think you guys can run that command as well, so if you see anybody asking in chat about it, feel free. There is a timer on it, but... Alright, so which one of these goofballs is gonna get renamed to Gravelion? I think... Gravelion, what did you want to do? Like, what role? You said tactics? You're a tactics man. Okay. I got you. I feel you. So let's see. Who's our tactics man? Honestly, I think our tactics man is Whiplash, because he's the guy that we put in the scout vehicle to do all of our scanning and stuff. So, that's what we're gonna do. So there you go. Now you're our tactics guy and our scout guy. And don't worry, you're not gonna be in a vehicle forever. We will put you in a mech once we get to the point that we can field more of them. Not into any ammo bin pop-offs, but we have overheated a couple of times. I try to avoid that where I can. But speaking of, we do actually have enough points to go ahead and do that, and then we need to respec Rex so that they can be useful to the team. So we'll get you up to 4 on all the core skills, just so you're not completely useless. And then, of course, I have to ask Rex, what do you want your skill focus to be? Or maybe you already said that. Let me scroll up in chat here. Well, I didn't see anything. So Rex, I'll give you a second to figure out what you want your skill focus to be, and in the meantime, I'll check out the rest and make sure nobody else is ready to level up yet. So Bolo is ready to go, and since Bolo has been slinging artillery... what do you think, Bolo? I mean, obviously you want to go gunnery, so I'll go Battle Lord for the first one. We'll get you up to 4.
Training complete.
There we go.
Awaiting orders.
And then we got Brick, not quite there on those skills just yet. We got Carrick isn't ready. Game Master's not quite ready to level up yet.
Ready for orders. Yeah. Ready
I think
for
everybody else is good.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Yes, Commander.
I await your command.
Ersts? Alright, you're ready for your next point of guts.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And the rest of our folks are out on leave.
Skipper?
Alright, let's see. Sandwich and coffee. That seems like an odd combination. What kind of sandwich is it that it goes good with coffee? It's not Mad Cat at Home. It's the Wish Mad Cat is what it is. Or the Etsy Mad Cat. If you want to be a frontline fighter, then I think probably best move for you is going to be gunnery and piloting, I guess. Let's see. Sure movement is passive, phantom is active, sure movement is the way to go. And then we will put many, many points into gunnery, because that is the most important skill. And we'll bump up the rest to 5, and there we go.
Mech warrior training complete.
Yes, it's the Temu Mad Cat. Alright, now we can get back into the command center, and I can do the convoy mission as promised. I haven't forgotten, Chet. We're gonna do the convoy ambush. We just had to get the pilot situation sorted out. So I think we'll put Rex in the new Grasshopper. And I think we're good all around on everything else. Yep, we just need to plug in the battle armor. As usual, stick them on the Disco Inferno, and we are ready to go. Let's hit it, chat. It is, in fact, a fire starter, Bland-Aid. Not only is it a fire starter, it's a fire starter with no flamers. It is a small laser boat, and it is immensely effective. It is the first of what I hope will be many mech bay heresies that we commit over the course of this campaign. It has sadly already claimed one pilot, but it has performed. I mean, hell, even in the mission where the pilot died, it still kicked ass and took names. Correct. It is Laser McLaserton, otherwise known as Laserface, but that's just his nickname. Yeah, I would like to believe that Stu is just out there haunting the 0G pool that we haven't built yet. Oh yes, Richard, I am full of references, new and old, you will find. Okay. Oh boy, Dust Storm. Just what we needed. Alright, so we need to get up to the convoy location. Thankfully we have artillery, which will be very effective at taking out vehicles. Assuming we can hit, that's going to be the issue.
Confirmed.
The Dust Storm is going to interfere with our ability to actually hit targets, unfortunately.
I'm going. Copy that, Commander.
I mean, I would like to think that you guys all know exactly how I'm going to react when we get that 0G pool event. I am not particularly fazed by people jumping in a pool naked. You want a skinny dip? That's fine. Again, if you're gonna go get shot at so we can make money, then I'm willing to let some things slide.
Coordinates received.
Uh-oh. Well, this is the careful maneuvers that everyone was telling me about that we're now gonna have to use. Although, we might have to use it more than once to get out of here. What?
Good to go.
Alright, let's see. Where... Trying to figure out which spot will actually let me get out of here. Maybe on the back side? This side? Are we, like, well and truly stuck? Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. And I'm not gonna move up the scout too much, because I don't want to trigger the enemy just yet. Do we have... Yeah, it looks like Game Master might also be stuck. Well, damn.
I'm receiving you.
That's kind of a bad start. Yeah, I hope we don't have to careful maneuver all the way down the mountain. I'm thinking that Game Master is probably unstuck, but we may have to do... Oh no, Carrick is good too. Outstanding.
Heading out.
Alright, you love to see it. I was hoping that that would not be the case, so we're good. Looks like everybody's unstuck. Alright. On the plus side, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of high ground on this convoy as it rolls past, so that will hopefully help with the accuracy penalties we're going to be suffering because of the dust storm. But we'll go ahead and move up. Well, it says the target's in sensor range. Oh, are they back here? Aye, so they haven't made it quite that far yet. Which sounds to me like the perfect situation for Erst to get his groove on. So we'll go ahead and keep line of sight broken for now. Alright, so what do we got here? We got a chameleon. Again, with all the frickin' chem lasers, but these are pirates, so we're gonna see some really weird fits on these. But I think that's... No, we got a visual on one of the vehicles. Oh, shit. Chet. If we play our cards right, this has got an Arrow 4 on it. So if we play our cards right, we might actually be able to salvage that Arrow 4. Ultimate Admiral. Now that's a game that I have not played. It's a fun game for me to watch, but I don't know if I can wrap my head around it. But yeah, if we've got at least one vehicle with an Arrow 4, I mean, it could hurt, for sure, if they use it on us. But if we can salvage that... So they got a Centurion with rocket launchers. That's a lot of rockets. But thankfully, they're only going to be one-time use. So don't know what else we're dealing with. But could be dangerous. We will see. In the meantime, we'll start moving this direction. I will let the vehicles and I guess the Treb... We'll need to split our forces because some of the enemy are going to get tied up with us here while we fight them, and some of the vehicles will probably continue to try to escape. So we'll have to split our forces just a little bit so that we can intercept anybody that tries to escape.
Yep.
Bolo... I think, you know what? Do we even have a shot yet? We do. We do. Well. Alright, let's... God bless it. I'm sorry? Why did I use something dumb? I think I did something dumb. I don't know what I did. But for whatever reason, you're not able to shoot. I think I hit the wrong button. My bad. I apologize.
Yup.
I think the hover tank would be good to move up ahead. We'll come in from the front.
Acknowledged.
Because Gravelion being in the hover tank is going to give us a lot more mobility, so we'll be able to chase down anybody that tries to get away. Hunchback, again, is going to be really slow, so I think we'll just start moving on an intercept course now. And we will reserve the battle armor. Yeah, I always hate that. Like, I'm a firm believer that video games were better before executives in suits came in and took over the industry.
Waiting for the right play.
Oh, is that what it was? That makes sense. Yeah, we had just made contact with the enemy, so yeah, it's not letting us attack. But it should now. So we'll reserve the battle armor again.
Tactical advantage.
And before we send in Erst to get
Waiting
busy,
orders.
we're gonna fling some artillery first. So let's take the thumper. We're gonna go ahead and shoot at the vehicle because it's right in the middle of the formation, which should give us good splash damage on everybody.
Gotcha.
Primary
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thumper doesn't do a lot of damage, but I love it when we can hit 6 targets at one time. Now, was it Carrick? Yeah, Carrick is the one in our sniper artillery vehicle. So I think the smart money is... they're not going to start moving until 6 anyway.
Yes.
So I think we continue to reserve. We'll reserve Erst and the battle armor for now.
Commander.
In the meantime, we'll continue to move the rest of the mags. Because I want to try and put more artillery shots on these vehicles before they move. With the Ozark, Sniper Panther... how about if we get up here? There we go. That's a good shot. Is it the vehicles? I think it's the vehicles that we need to destroy, right? Like, the escorts are going to be the max. The vehicles is what we need to focus on destroying. So I'm going to focus them down.
Here we go.
So we got the exposed, and we did not get the critical on the vehicle.
Critical hit that was.
But we did destroy the propulsion, which is going to slow that vehicle down quite a bit. And Erst is up next, so we will reserve.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Because basically we're going to reserve to 6, and then 6 is when we'll be able to fire the ballista. Is there anybody else that can move? Okay, so Game Master can get his groove on. And I can't believe he's actually got a shot from that angle. That's impressive. But we'll go ahead and advance him over here because we're going to get into an engagement with the mechs. Alright, we're almost to initiative 6.
Roger that. Standing by.
So it's going to let the enemy go first, I guess. Okay. Well, that sucks for him. That's a hell of a way to start your turn. What is that? That's a dervish, too. It's not a great fit for a dervish. Especially now that he's expended all of his ammo. But that wouldn't be too bad to salvage. I mean, we could definitely go for a 55-ton brawler. I wouldn't complain.
Ready for orders.
In the meantime, let's get stuck in, boys. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We were waiting for this. Where is my... There it is. Carrick. Carrick with the sniper artillery. Put the hurt on him. 89% chance to hit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. You love to see it. So now that we've given them the business with artillery, we can send in the Disco Inferno and the battle armor.
Showing minor damage.
And that is exactly what we will do.
Waiting for orders.
Let's see. What are we dealing with mechs-wise? We got a Centurion, we got a Chameleon. We got the Dervish that we already knew about, and then we got, this is, oh, an Assassin. Okay. Assassin could be bad news. Especially with that many rockets. Good lord. Alright, well maybe charging in isn't the best idea. Maybe what we do instead is... Alright, I know what we're doing. Well, what I want to do... Okay, here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. We're gonna leave a little present right here,
By.
and that little present is gonna be the battle armor. And we're gonna have the battle armor mount these guys right here on the assassin, which is gonna tie him up.
Engaging.
And now that the battle armor has dismounted, we'll send Erstan to start putting the hurt on these jokers.
I'm ready.
The question is, who's gonna get the pain first? Because these are some pretty beefy mechs. So I don't want to leave Erst out here by himself. Huh. I mean, we're in range to melee everything. But I think the smart money is, let's see if we can get around back here. Yeah, that's what I want. That's too far away, though, unfortunately. What I was hoping is that we could get an angle where only one of the mechs would be able to see him, so that we could use the lasers and then hopefully next turn come in and do a melee from behind, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get away with that. So what we may do instead is I will send Erst around the back. We'll keep out of line of sight, and then we'll come up behind them. We'll do a little bit of flanking maneuver. Yeah, the Dervish is what I would have preferred over the Whitworths that we had at the beginning of the campaign. Like, I would not have complained as much as if we had Dervishes or a Dervish instead of a Whitworth.
Commander.
Alright, let's see. I think we roll up here. Again, we want to intercept as best we can. What is that? Oh, radiation field. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be in there.
On my way. Double time.
And I think we could probably fling a laser at this dude, but I don't want to fire any missiles or LBX because we risk damaging our battle armor.
Systems holding. Yes, Commander.
And then we got Brick in the Treb, who is not really going to have a shot at anything except for this assassin.
Double time.
I'm hoping we can remove the assassin from the equation before it has a chance to fire off all those rockets. Because that's a lot of rockets. Yeah, the Kentaro is a vanilla game mech, but it's not bad. I mean, it gets a lot of hate, but I think it suffers from a lot of what the vanilla mechs suffer from, is that in the 3062 era, they're just not as good. Like, it's not that they're bad mechs, it's just they're outshined by newer stuff in this particular era. Yeah, we need to continue to run the Hunchback up in this direction. It's the only chance we're going to have of cutting them off. Because the vehicles are already starting to make some moves.
Confirmed.
And same story here. We will roll in from the front, and we will take pot shots. Looks like that's the only spot where we're going to have a shot, but I will take it, even if the chances aren't very high.
Locking off with all weapon systems.
Because I don't worry about what the chances are to hit.
That didn't hit.
No, it didn't hit.
What are your orders, Skipper?
My orders are charge the enemy and kill them. Those are always my orders, but more so this time.
Commander.
So we got the shot at the assassin, which I'm not going to take. Again, I don't want to hit our people. So I guess we'll take the PPC shot at the Centurion.
Copy that.
And we did get the hit, even if the game is slowing down a little bit. I think we're in memory leak territory at this point. Correct. Never tell me the odds. Oh, right, the battle armor. Yep, you guys just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to give the assassin a hard time. Bully this man.
Standing by.
And Erst is up next with his engine. He should now be able to put some pain on these goofballs. Which is exactly what we're gonna do. Is this close enough for the lasers? It is.
Roger
Outstanding. 7 evasion. And we're firing into the side that already has breached armor.
Primary target is
You love to see it. Damn it, not salvageable. Son of a bitch. Well, hopefully the weapon system is salvageable at least. Because that's what I really want off of that vehicle. That's the vehicle that had the Arrow 4 on it. So I don't care if the vehicle is salvageable, but by God, that weapon better be.
Location confirmed.
And again, because Ozark is a fucking sniper, doesn't matter where they are, as long as she's got a clear line of sight, she's gonna hit it. Oh, nice, Rex. What kind of ice cream? What kind of ice cream? And also, did you bring enough for the rest of the class?
I'm there. Firing all weapons.
I guess that makes sense, AFP. That would also explain why there are so few vehicles that we actually get salvage from. Hey, there's nothing wrong with vanilla. I mean, if you've ever been to a hentai site, then that might discourage you, but I promise there is still plenty of people out there that like vanilla.
I'm here. all weapons.
Ah, you missed with the 85% chance, Game Master. My man. My man. I understand there's a dust storm, but you're supposed to be the guy that always makes the shots. Damn it. Yeah, exactly. XCOM.
Waiting for orders.
Some bullshit. Which, that actually reminds me of a skit from many years ago about hentai. And it's a very long skit, but the gist of it is, like, they go through this long list of stuff. And at the risk of offending all of your delicate sensibilities, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But they basically go through the whole list of, like, the major tags that you're going to see in that. And at the very end, the guy's like, do you just have, like, regular vanilla? And the guy's like, vanilla? Are you some kind of deviant? Like, that's the punchline of it. And there's the whole build-up. But I was just like, yeah, that's how it feels sometimes. Okay, and now that we're not talking about porn, where was I? Oh, right, we were ending this turn. Sorry, I got sidetracked. That happens a lot.
What's up,
Okay.
boss?
Let's see. Alright, the ballista is in good shape. This is actually, because we're using artillery, a perfect opportunity to intensify firepower. Which is what we're gonna do. And, we are, as Bolo has been saying, we are gonna drop the ride. And do some pretty hefty damage in the process. A dust storm warning on your phone.
See what you get.
Well, see, now I have to ask where you are, Gravelion, if you're getting dust storm warnings.
Yup.
Man, finding angles to actually hit these guys from is pretty tricky.
Roger that, Commander.
Makes sense.
Fun time.
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume it's dark there by now, so
Oh, Mama can hit harder than that.
I don't know, it's just weird to imagine a dust storm in Arizona after the sun has gone down. I mean, I know it makes perfect sense that that would happen, but just feels weird.
Yes, Commander.
Like, whenever you think of dust storms in, like, movies and TV and stuff, it always happens during the day. And it's supposed to be, like, this big, ominous thing, so it's just, like, I don't know, I guess it's hard for me to imagine it at nighttime. Because I'm weird and everything I know about the world I learned from movies and television.
Acknowledged.
Alright, now we can turn all the weapons back on. And we can do what we do best and full alpha the shit out of this vehicle.
On it.
And I am genuinely surprised that that vehicle survived. But this is why I keep the APCs around, because, they can tank some damage. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Damage minimal.
Yeah, I think we're all just gonna have to imagine in our heads from now on that the Gravelion is riding a sandworm. If not all the time, then at least riding one into and out of chat.
Aye, aye.
Alright, we're getting the trib up on the hill here, and that's going to give us a perfect opportunity to shoot down on these vehicles. Unfortunately, because of the weather, it's going to overheat the trib, because the trib is a toasty boy.
Target.
But that's alright.
No retreat. Tango down.
Ah. And if you're still there, Unified, I would recommend that you read the rules before making posts like that. I know you're probably a bot, but just in case you aren't,
Skipper.
enjoy your ban. You earned it. Yeah, it could have been a person. That's why I want to explain. I have very clear rules about not doing that exact thing. Rules that they would have had to agree to before they could even post in the chat. So, again, if they chose to post after reading and agreeing not to do that exact thing, well, they got what they had coming to them. No regrets. Wow, really? We can full alpha this dude with the grasshopper and not even get close to overheating. Well, let's see if Battlelord has anything to say about that. Yeah, there we go. I like it. Let's do it.
Engaging target.
Give them everything you've got.
Yeah, I mean, and not to put too fine a point on it, I don't have a whole lot of rules in this chat,
Targeting for physical
and
attack.
the rules that I do have are pretty common sense. I just banned possibly a bot or just a spammer trying to advertise stuff. Which, again, I have very clear rules about that and not doing it, so. Yeah, we made some jokes about that, Rex, and you may not have been here, but I forget, somebody in chat said it reminded them of the sound of the crowbar when you bang it on stuff in Half-Life. There are, in fact, rules, AFP. Again, most of them are common sense rules, but there are, in fact, rules. I know you're probably being facetious, but I still feel as if I should answer you earnestly. Thankfully, you guys are all very good so far about following those rules. In fact, you even follow the impromptu rules like, hey, I want you guys to cuss as much as you can so that I can make sure that the bot is working. And you all did very well when I asked you to do that. So thank you.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see here. We got Ozark, ye oldie sniper, who can basically make any shot, so it's not a matter of whether we can hit, it's a matter of what we want to hit. And I think we need to focus down the Centurion. So let's do that. Hey, congratulations, Bolo. I know you said you had some issues with it last time around, so good that you get the printer working. I still have yet to even try to get mine working. With recent events, I don't know whether or not I even want to bother. I feel like it's going to be an expensive fix. Oh man, we don't have crap for a shot here, so I guess we'll just have to take the indirect fire out. I mean, that's what Bolo's good at, so. I say we take a shot at... let's just make it the Centurion. See if we can get some splash damage on these mechs.
Copy that, Commander.
We did get the direct hit, but unfortunately Thumpers are just not very powerful at this point in the game. Like, they're really effective against light mechs, but once you start getting into the mediums and heavies, they start to fall off quite a bit. It was, in fact. I am actually currently unemployed. But that's okay, I'm working on it. I am working on looking for a job.
I'm walking here.
Let's see, do we take the 88%? What if we shoot at the chameleon, what's our chances for that? Oh. Can we not even... Did I somehow find the one angle? Yep, I did. I somehow found the one angle where from this range, Game Master cannot see or hit that chameleon. So I guess we'll take the shot at the Centurion instead.
Bon appetit.
And there we go. Exposed structure. Outstanding. Hello, car. You again? Yeah? Feel like you dropped off there for a minute. Or maybe you were lurking. Bolo, again, thank you for the generosity and gifting a sub to Blanday. Blanday, as always, welcome to the cult of bad decision making. Glad to have you join us. Oh, don't do that, you guys. Don't feel like you have to sub or anything like that just to, you know, give me money. I appreciate donations. I appreciate you guys supporting me and supporting the channel, but that is not why I do this. I do this to entertain myself and to entertain you guys. It's not I don't intend to try to make a living out of this. And it is not my goal, so.
10-4. It's
But I do
go
appreciate it all the same.
Target down.
So Sundance taking the first shot all mission and getting the one time on one of the vehicles.